Welcome back to my Unbeaten Arsenal series. This is episode 2. Now, from the first episode, we did manage to win our first 6 games of the season. Now, I'll be using Alexis Sanchez for the next 4 games because I have used Ozil for the first 5 games. So I'm going to use Sanchez now for the next 5 games. So a little bit complicated, but you'll get to understand it. So going into the 6th game of the season, we are playing Chelsea. So a bit of a tough team to come up against, really. I think they're using Oscar. So unlike the other games we've had, it's a little bit straightforward. This game's not going to be so straightforward. Chelsea, obviously, I'm going to come into the game and just, less win and all that. Obviously, this year's Premier League winners. If you do follow the Premier League, I do, but I'm not really a big fan of any teams really in the league. Now, normally I would rush the player, but I'm playing Chelsea. I'd like to make sure that just make sure I protect the lead I have. I think they're using Oscar. I know they can use Hazard, Remy, Drogba, a few other players, but obviously this time they have decided to go with Oscar. A little bit close in this game so far, but we are now winning 2-0 after a lucky own goal, and we make it 3 with a quite a nice header by Sanchez. Arguably one of Arsenal's best players this season, in my opinion. Considering his first time in the Premier League, he's done really well. So Man United slipped up as well. They drew their last game, and then we are now 4 points clear. I just had to make sure we were 4 points clear, but we are now 4 points clear at the top of the league. Played 7 games, we won 7 games. We're doing really well. Obviously, the main aim for the series is to stay unbeaten. That also counts wins and draws. Obviously, we don't want to lose. We're playing Hull in this game. This is the third game we're using with Sanchez. This video is going to be going up on a Friday, and then maybe the next episode will be maybe on a Monday. But we've made not a very good start to this game. We've made a bad start, sorry. You've got to use proper English. And but we managed to get right back in it, which is nice. I'd hate to lose to Hull. Obviously, they were relegated this year from the Premier League and then back in the Championship. And I feel quite sorry for the manager, Steve Bruce, but that's life, I guess. They didn't play up to the best they could play, and they got relegated. And that was a very bad goal. But hopefully I can get another to make the score line a little bit more in my favour, because it's only 2-1, and I'm afraid Hull are going to embarrass me if I don't start taking my chances. So 15 seconds remaining. Now, I did say in episode 1 I'm planning to do at least 5 to 7 games per episode, but it all depends really with how quickly the games can go and all that. And it all depends if I don't get stressed and if I lose or anything, you know what I mean. So 1 second remaining. We do manage to win 4-1 in that game, and we are 4 points clear. Still, Man United managed to win their game, and they did beat West Brom 8-2. So, next game, this is the 4th game we'll be playing with Sanchez. We are now playing Sunderland. Obviously, they got the great escape under their new manager, Dick Advocat. And what a fantastic start to the game. We shoot with our first attack, and we managed to score. And with our second, I see if we can be very clinical this game and score with every chance we have. But I highly doubt it. They're using Adam Johnson, who's obviously been in the headlines a lot recently. So I hate for him to score against me. And you'll probably know what I'm on about when I mean he's been in the headlines. If you have heard about what's gone on with him and his life recently. We're now winning 3-0, 25 seconds remaining. Although I couldn't really expect anything less when I'm using a team like Arsenal against a team like Sunderland. Now, if you haven't watched episode 1, the main aim for this series is to recreate Arsenal 2004 and 2005 Premier League run. They didn't lose any games and stayed unbeaten for the whole season. They did draw, obviously, but they didn't lose a game. So I'm going to try and recreate that and just stay unbeaten for the whole season. Now, I've done well so far. I won every game so far. I won 9 games, and I am 6 points clear at the top of the league. Liverpool are in second. Man United did lose their first game of the season, so me and Liverpool are the only teams still unbeaten. We've scored 34 goals, I conceded 11. Going into the 11th game of this episode, not of the episode, 11th game of the season. This is going to be the 4th game using Sanchez, and then obviously we'll play the next game using Sanchez, and we'll go to another player. I think we'll be using Giroud next, and then we'll use him for 5 games, and then maybe next episode we'll go on to using Chesney. We're playing Burnley, a team who were relegated under manager Sean Dyche, and obviously the fact that they were relegated doesn't really matter because I scored an own goal, and now I am 1-0 down. So really, I should be picking up easy points against teams like Burnley, and I'm really have to be challenged against teams like Manchester United, Manchester City, and Chelsea. We obviously have come up against Chelsea and Tottenham already, but not Man United and Manchester City yet. So it's important that we get a nice lead going on before those games come along. And a little bit risky there for me, but I tend to do this when I'm playing teams like Burnley. Just rush them, hope for the best, really. So 10 seconds remaining in this game. Still 1-1, and I'm not sure if we're going to win, but apparently we get a lucky goal, and with 3 seconds remaining, I think that's about it. There you go. We got actually pretty lucky to win that game against them. Liverpool did draw, but they are still unbeaten as well. They are third on 22 points, with an 8-point gap over Chelsea in second, and they're doing pretty well at the moment. Going into the 11th game of the season now, we are playing Swansea. They are bottom of the league, and this will be the last time we use Alexis Sanchez. Now this is our 5th game using him. We have used Ozil for 5 games. Obviously, that was in episode 1 now, and we obviously now on to Sanchez, but this will be our last game, so hopefully we can get a win. We should be getting a win, as Swansea are bottom of the league and bizarre goal league. I thought Gomez could have done a little bit better to stop that. Swansea did actually really well. They finished the highest they ever finished in Premier League, and they got the most points they ever had. And they finished 8th under manager Gary Monk, which is pretty good for them. And yeah, I mean, they've done pretty well this season. Hopefully, they can recreate that form next season and, maybe get 7th or 6th, which would be pretty good for, Gary Monk, considering he's only just recently started managing. Obviously, at his team, Swansea, so I was going to say Chelsea. But 4-0 in this game. There's going to be a good stand-up for Sanchez. We will be using him later on, but we're going to obviously get through all the players that I can use to make it seem like everyone's pitched in. We won all games with Ozil, we've won all our games with Sanchez. Now, we are 9 points clear at the top of the league. Manchester City in second, and Chelsea are in third. So, we have Manchester United in this game. So, a pretty big game if you ask me. We're going to use Giroud for 5 games now. And you've also seen my settings on. I don't play any playfield, wherever angry fans, I think it spoils the game. But I think Manchester United are using Di Maria for this game. Like I did against Chelsea, I'm going to play a little bit safe. I don't want to really rush things or anything. Let them take a few shots and then maybe get a lucky chip against them. I'll rush him, and this could be a little bit risky, so I'm going to just rush back. A draw against United really wouldn't bother me. It's against a big team, and I'm not really looking to play aggressively, but we have lost in 25 seconds remaining. I'm under a little bit of pressure now to get a goal back. Now, see if I can, and there you go, 1-1. A goal's going to mean a lot. It is. I'm going to try and rush him, see if we can get a goal. Oh, it's just gone a little bit too much there. 10 seconds remaining. Can we get a late goal? Good defending by Di Maria right there. 5 seconds left, and we managed to get managed to clinch a goal out of them, and we managed to win again. So we got some 9 points clear at the top of the league. That was the 12th game of the season. That was our first game playing with Giroud. I think we've got enough time to just squeeze in one more game, and then that'll be it. I think they're using Berahino now. We're playing West Brom, and my guess is that that's Berahino, but it might be a Nietzsche, so I do apologise if that is not Berahino and that is indeed a Nietzsche. But awful start we've made. They are now 1-0 up. I might have rushed him just a little bit too much, considering it was quite early on in the game. Should have used the tactics against Manchester United and played it safe. Really lucky then to make sure it didn't go down to 2-0. So, really, just got to make sure we don't lose, because obviously that will spoil the whole thing of the series. And they've made it 2-0, so this could be really embarrassing for me. If I do happen to lose, I will continue the series, and let's just say maybe I just keep this game as a bit of an exception. Sometimes I just play really badly and just get really unlucky, I guess, as you can see in this game. Sometimes the game just goes against you, and you've got literally no luck on your side. There's 2-1 there, and going into the final second, we did indeed lose, but. So we're not really unbeaten anymore. I'm going to still carry on with this series. So thank you very much for watching. I know we did lose, but we're going to still carry on and see if we can finish strongly. We're doing really well so far at the top of the league. We've got a 6-point gap over Liverpool. We've played 30 games, won 12 and lost 1, so it's not too bad. Sometimes I will slip up, but I'm going to continue on with the series. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice rest of your Friday. And see if we get the video 5 likes. And let's see if we can kick off the next episode strongly against Southampton. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.